Good morning, students. Welcome to class 9th Social Science Contemporary India First Geography first lesson we are going to study today, that is India size and location. It's a very simple and easy topic because they are talking about only our India, and we know well about our India, and we have studied since from 5th standard. We know so many things about India, and especially its size and location also you have studied in your previous classes. Many times it has glanced, it has crossed in your mind, in your, through your eyes. So that only today we are going to study. And why I have taken textbook means geography means it's a very important thing of map. So I require world map to make you to understand. I require Indian map to make you to understand. So I have taken textbooks to make you to understand so easily, so that I'll be getting this source to make you to understand very easy and fine. So let us come to the lesson. India size and location. So India is one of the ancient civilization in the world, and it's a very ancient civilization. We have studied about civilizations, and we have studied about Indian civilization also, and it has achieved a multi-faceted socio-economic progress during the last 5 decades. So last 5 decades means one decade means 10 years, you know, I hope. So last 5 decades we have achieved in socio-economics progress in a very well way, and it has moved forward, displaying remarkable progress in the field of agriculture, industry, technology, and overall economic development. And India is not less than any other country in the world, and we have achieved a remarkable progress in agriculture, industry, and technology also. And through this overall economic development is very good and fine in our India. And India has contributed significantly to making of world history. Even though in the world history, even India has also contributed a significant mark and to significantly to the making of world history. We are also a part of world, and everywhere you can see our remarks and our remarkable history also. So this is about our India. Now first we are going to study about location. See where exactly India is located. That is the main point we are going to study today. Okay, see, India is a vast country, as we all know about it. India is a vast country and lying entirely in the northern hemisphere. What is northern hemisphere? That you have to study today. You have to know about it. See, it's a world map. So in the world map, if you marked east, west, north, and south. So in this, if you divide India into 4 parts, world into 4 parts, where India is located, see, here is a line from north to south, here is a west to east line, so India is located here. So this is called northern hemisphere. See, this is center point, this is north, so northern hemisphere India is located. That is why where lying and entirely in the northern hemisphere, this is where India is lying entirely lying in northern hemisphere. The main land extends between long latitude 8.8 degree 4 minute north, 8 degree 4 minute north, and 37 degree 6 minute north. So you know that, and you have idea about latitudes and longitudes. So about latitude, if you take, India is lied here 8 degree 4 minutes north to 37 degree 6 minutes north. Between that, the latitude India is extended, it's a mainland. And same way, longitude 68 degree 7 minute east and 97 degree 25 minutes east. So here it is from here, see it is 68 degree 7 minutes started, and here it is, see 97 degree 25 minutes India is extended its mainland. So understood, I hope so. The mainland extended between latitude 8 degree 4 minutes north and 37 degree 6 minute north, and latitude 68 degree 7 minutes east to 97 degree 25 minutes east, till your India is extended. India's mainland is extended. And now the Tropic of Cancer means 23 degree 30 minute north divides the country into almost two equal parts. See here it is, I'll show you here. Here it is exactly, there is a line drawn over here, that is called the Tropic of Cancer. It is 23 degree 30 minutes north. That Tropic of Cancer exactly, it is divided our country into almost two equal parts. To the southeast and to the southwest of the mainland lie the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Lakshadweep Islands in Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea respectively. So same way, I'll show you here in this picture. In the same way, here it is in Andaman Nicobar Island in the Bay of Bengal, it's lied, and Lakshadweep Island, it is lied in the Arabian Sea respectively. They explain. And again, so this is how find out the extent of group of island from our atlas. So from this atlas you can find out where our islands are there. So even Lakshadweep and Andaman Nicobar also, it's a part of India, it is called. So these islands, it's Andaman Nicobar is island in the Bay of Bengal, and Lakshadweep is island is lied in the Arabian Sea. And this is about islands. And here it is the southernmost point of the Indian Union, the Indira Point, got submerged under the sea water in the 2004 during the tsunami. See, here it is southernmost spot. Indira Point is there. This is southernmost part, Indira Point it is called. So this is submerged during 2004 tsunami time. Understood? And now this is about completely location, how and the where exactly our India is located. See, India is a vast country, and India is located in the northern hemisphere. It is lied, and the mainland extended to latitude 8 degree 4 minutes to 37 degree 6 minute, and longitude 68 degree 7 minutes to 97 degree 25 minutes it is extended. Hope you understood. And now if you come to the part of size, what is the size of India? Now location you studied, and India is a vast country you studied. Now size of our India. The land mass of India has an area of 3.28 million square kilometer. What is the land mass of India? It is area of 3.28 million square kilometer. India's total area accounts about 2.4 percentage of the total geographical area of the world. So area of the world. In the world, 2.4 percentage acquired by India. See, this is here 3.28 square kilometer is there, and they've explained here by taking the figure 1.2. It is clear India is the 7th largest country of the world. See, look at the diagram. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. So India is the seventh largest country of the world. Understood? This is about size. And India has a land boundary of about 15,200 kilometer, and the total length and the coastal line of the mainland, including Andaman Nicobar and Lakshadweep, is 7,560.6 kilometer. So I'll come to the Indian map. So full complete India's mass, it is around, so I'll take it like this, you can see it is very easy. So full India's length, they are saying 15,200 kilometer. If you come to the only coastal area, you know what is a coastal area? And the sea borders. Only this coastal area, if you consider, you will get exactly half. So almost 7,516 kilometer coastal area India is having. So understood, the whole India's boundary is 15,200 kilometer, and 7,516 kilometer is coastline of mainland. Hope you understood. So India has bounded by the Engfold mountain in the northeast. So in the northeast, India is bounded by the Engfold mountains. What is that Engfold mountains? It is nothing but Himalaya. So there you can find out the Himalaya over there. In the north and the northeast, south of 22° north latitude, it begins to taper and extends towards the Indian Ocean, dividing into two seas. See, I'll take a map and explain to you again. See here, they've explained. They're saying here, south of about 22° and the north latitude. Here they take south of 22° north. From here, it looks like triangle S. This triangle shape, when you take to the triangle shape, the exact shape is divided two oceans, they explains. So what is that? Two main oceans divided into two seas, the Arabian Sea on the west and the Bay of Bengal in the east. See, look at here, Arabian Sea in the west and Bay of Bengal in the east side. India exactly divides. So this is about their explanation. Look at the figure 1.3. they are saying this is the figure 1.3. okay, look at here 1.3. what they explain, see, note that the latitude and the longitude extent of the mainland is about 30°. This fact, the east-west extent appears to be the similar than the north-south extent. See, if you take look at the division of India. So east west and south north is having little bit or extension of appearance to be similar than the north south extent. So that they are explaining. And lastly they talk about from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh. See here, this is Gujarat. From here to Arunachal Pradesh, if you goes on there, what happens, so from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh there is a time lag of 2 hours. Why the time lag of 2 hours is there? See, actually we have every 1 degree 4 minutes of difference is there. So if you count that, so you will get from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh 2 hours difference is there. So how it is possible? See, when you see in the Arunachal Pradesh also same time will be there, and if you see in the Gujarat also same time will be there, but hence time long the standard meridian of India 82 degree 30 minute passing through the Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh is taken as the standard time of the whole country. So because of this difference from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh there is a 2 hours of gap. So what they have did it, we have to make a standard time. So look at here, standard meridian time means when India, if we take exactly 2 part where it's dividing, there exactly they have taken and they made it. Mirzapur is a place. Mirzapur they made it. It's a Indian standard meridian time. So what exactly 82 degree 13 minutes east is considered as passing through the Mirzapur, Uttar Pradesh state is taken as the standard time for the whole country. You have studied this before also, I hope. So this is how we have taken the whole country should have the same one similar time for whole country. They have taken 82 degree 13 minutes east passing through the Mirzapur. It is in Uttar Pradesh. That time is taken as the standard time for the whole country. The latitudinal extent influence the duration of day and night as one moves from south to north. This is also one biggest question arises all the time. See, when you come to the India, see from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, there is a time difference. See, when you see here sunrises and here sunrises have a little bit of time difference, but still that time difference is made it as Indian standard time. And why 82 degree 13 minutes east has been selected as the standard meridian time of India means, what is the difference between the duration of the day and night? Hardly felt to Kanyakumari but not in Kashmir. For these all questions they have made it very simple of this, because every degree of longitude and latitude is having a time difference. So longitude and latitudes are made of same difference comes on the time. So this time and that consideration of the longitude latitude, so India has selected one standard meridian time to make it equal for whole country. Hope you understood this. If you have any doubts you can ask me. And this is one more new trial again. We're taking a textbook because I require a map to make you to understand. Hope you understood this, and please go through the textbooks. Read, you will understand very well. Thank you so much.